Okie dokie. Well, I tried to start the stream early, but it was probably a bad idea. Kind of rushed into a race. Streamed for like 5 minutes. All went to shit. So I decided, you know what, let's start over. Fresh start. We're still at Interlagos, still in Group 3. We're still in the McLaren. I made a slight improvement to my qualifying time, like 3/100ths of a second. I actually did it in a Porsche, off camera, off stream. Did several laps though, and just felt like, you know, maybe the Porsche is good for qualifying, but the McLaren seems better for in race, just overall handling, and a smidge off of the pace of the Porsche. I don't know, so I'm still sticking with the McLaren for now. I actually even tried the Mazda RX Vision, as that's one of the cars that people have been using this week as well, but I couldn't get the grips with it on this track. I was really late. Yeah, so hi to anybody that's watching, be it live or watching the replay later. Appreciate the tune in. Try to give some quality entertainment here, be that at my own expense or good quality racing is yet to be determined. Got about 9 minutes before the first race starts of this stream. Earlier today I upgraded the firmware for my motor, base station, and my rim, aka my wheel. Actually the first time I've done that since I've owned this for almost a year now. I saw some people in a Facebook group that I'm in suggesting it. I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say to update, I've heard some people say not to update. So far I'd say not much difference that I can tell, at least, but I've only got an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of occasional laps underneath my belt here with this new update. I'm certainly not displaying that at the moment, as I'm all over the place. But I'll say I'm not disappointed that I updated. It feels a little more like I'm feeling more of the road with the force feedback from the steering wheel, or the whole get up here, if you will. But I don't really feel any difference with the left to right turning of the wheel. I did not upgrade my pedals because that's just too much of a hassle. I need to get a long USB cord to do that, because it's a pain in the butt to detach these pedals from my racing rig here. The base and the steering wheel, not as much. It's just loosening 4 bolts and it slides right off, but the pedals are really kind of in there, and it's awkward to get to, and didn't feel as though that was as important as the base motor, and the steering wheel update. So we'll see how that pans out. Still in the B ranks. I have yet to do any grinding off stream for improving my driver ranking. As a matter of fact, I probably dropped my ranking a little bit off stream today as I was doing a couple races, got frustrated with some bumper cars and people's reaction and hitting me, or quit, which is gonna penalize your driver rating. So I'll probably be in B rank this whole stream, unless I do really well for the first couple of races. But my sportsmanship rating should still be S, so we're all good there. Which honestly, in terms of streaming, I'd rather be in the S lobbies with my sportsmanship rating than anything, because the quality of racing is better. I did have a couple really good races earlier this afternoon. I have one of them saved as a replay. If I have the time, I could upload that replay on its own with no commentary. And I may just do that. Really close bumper-to-bumper racing. Lost a couple positions, but it was still really good racing. A lot of respect shown amongst the drivers. I don't know why I'm going real late there on that first corner. Wasn't doing that until I started the stream. Yeah, tomorrow resets the daily races for the week. Looks like we're gonna have a F1-esque race as the main race for the week at Suzuka, Japan. Another real-world track. Be Gran Turismo's equivalent of Formula 1 cars, called the Super Formula. 10 laps. Rain possible. That's always interesting. You don't see, or at least until recently, you haven't seen much weather playing an impact on the online races. And it's a mandatory medium compound and soft compound tire race, which means that if rain does come to the point of needing to get onto a intermediate or wet tire, you are going to be required to do 3 pit stops in a 10-lap race. So I'm actually kind of interested in that. That should be fun. Don't know if I'll stream that tomorrow or maybe later in the week, but I would definitely like to do some races with that. I said in my last stream, also I do play F1 22, the EA Codemasters racing game, but I mostly do it against the AI versus, instead of online, as the AI is pretty strong in that compared to Gran Turismo. At least until Sophie gets fine-tuned, the Sophie AI, Sony AI. So I really don't do much online racing with that game, as Codemasters and EA needs to put the hammer down on people and their intentional aggression towards other drivers in that game. So it's, for lack of a better term, a shit show with online in F1 22. Enough time for maybe one more lap here, and then this race will start. See how this goes. Like I said in my last stream, I really do enjoy this track, this combination. Interlagos is a very fun GT3 race. Finally hitting this corner right. Somewhat right. See if we can put a 132 in before this race starts. It'd be really nice to have that as my race pace, but it's usually 133s. Decent lap. I'm okay with it. About a 133.5 or 132.5. I think that was 132.4, which was only 0.1 off of my best. All right, P2. We're in the DRB, driver rating B, sportsmanship rating S lobby still. Seen somebody in the BRZ, the Subaru BRZ. I don't think I've seen anybody in that car for this race, so props to them. I do like that car. Couple 97 Supras, Jaguar, a lot of Porsches. Honda NSX and P1. Alright. Hopefully I don't lose any positions. If I do, I can hopefully at least finish in the top 5 here. That's what's really going to keep moving my driver rank up. I'd like to stay on the podium though. A lot of green-white liveries in the top 3 here. Still coughing. One thing the McLaren lacks in the beginning of the race is acceleration from the get-go. I might have the car behind me really get on my rear end here at the first corner. And they're going to try to overtake me. Alright, fight for the first turn here. Oh, that's contact. Not a good start. 3 positions down already. Gonna lose another one here too. That's what I was scared of. People get so aggressive on the first corner. Let the race go, man. Let's all get warmed up. Not helping anybody. Come on guys, first lap. Just calm down. Man, I got slammed from behind. Really hoping to take advantage of a couple of those penalties, but it's not going to happen after that abuse there on a couple turns ago. Not even sure whoever hit me got a penalty. Should have. Still bumper cars. It's alright, we're in 5th place. Could be worse. And that didn't help matters at all. Lose this position, probably. They backed out. P4 got a half-second penalty. If I can really catch up in these next couple corners, I should be able to take advantage of that. That's wide. Didn't really do it. Struggling. Alright, 4 laps to go. Let's try to focus, catch back up. Better. Off. That was who was in P1 beginning of the race. Does it, gentlemen. Fight me here, Floyd. I'll give you the bump. You're going to catch up to him. We've got to catch up. We've got 2 laps to go. Oh no. Bummer. There goes a P5. I want to get top 10 at this point. It's my own fault. I don't want to be mad at there, but myself. Just lost all my grip coming out of that corner. I don't think I really get any type of a, at least where I am in my rank, I don't think I'm getting any type of a plus towards the next rank if I don't get top 5. What in the world happened there? Well, that was not the best first race to start the stream. No one to blame on myself, but myself on that. Except for that first lap. Fighting for the first corner is never a good sign. Then getting bumped midway through the lap lost me a couple more positions. But we'll look forward to the next race. We're 10 minutes into the stream and I'm already taking a break. I'll be right back. All right. And I'm back. No apologies for hitting me first lap. That's cool. Let's go for another one. 5 minutes. I really don't want to change cars up. Just gotten used to the McLaren at this point. Like I said, I did a few qualifying laps in the Porsche earlier, but it was just really, really pushing it on a couple corners as far as losing the rear end. Seems like the McLaren just holds some of the corners better than the Porsche. No F1 today, no F1 real F1 racing, not the game. I know we were talking about that earlier. We just did season opener Bahrain last week. Red Bull, of course, still dominating. Max Verstappen's in a league of his own at this point. Got Jeddah, Saudi Arabia coming up Sunday. I'd say that's probably one of my favorite tracks to race in the game. So I'm always looking forward to seeing that race in real life. So I'll definitely be watching that. Hopefully McLaren, which is my team, or my favorite team, has a better showing. Oscar Piastri, the rookie for McLaren this year, had a DNF, didn't finish. Mechanical failures. Lando Norris was also having mechanical issues and had to pit basically every 10 laps, which isn't a good thing when it's a 60 some odd lap race. It's a 1 to 2 stop race. Well, it's 2 stop, I believe, for most everyone. Basically meant he was, what was that, 3 minutes maybe behind everyone else by the time the race was done. I'm just doing that off the top of my head. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I was really hoping to see McLaren do better this year, but still one race in, a lot of the season left, 22 races to go. This is one of the longer F1 seasons we've seen in a very long time. Very much looking forward to seeing the Las Vegas GP inaugural Las Vegas race this year, right on Las Vegas Boulevard. I've seen a lot of concept drawings of what that's supposed to look like, and it looks pretty incredible. I wanted to buy tickets for it. Never been to an F1 race before, but due to its incredible popularity, the ticket prices are quite outrageous. I was even trying to buy Las Vegas tickets the day they went on sale, and the best I could find, the best deal I could find, was the day of the race only, so no qualifying the day before, no practice, because oftentimes you'll find a 3-day pass. The day of the race, standing room only, $1,500. Now, to some people that's not a lot of money, but I've been to many live events, concerts, if you will, I guess is the closest thing I could put in comparison. I've been to a few NASCAR races in my time. Even sat in the paddock at the Brickyard 400 in Indy, as I am an Indiana native. So it's no Daytona race, or it's not Talladega, but the Brickyard 400 is one of the bigger races. And I was able to sit at basically the finish line. But I've been to many concerts and live events, and I can't justify $1,500 for standing room only for one day of an event. So I'm all for F1 gaining popularity, especially here in the United States. I mean, it's always been big internationally, but NASCAR has always been the predominant series of race in the United States. But Formula One is definitely blowing up past few years. The downside to this is the astronomical ticket prices. So yeah, there's always, it's a double-edged sword, if you will. I want to see these things become increasingly more popular, but at the same time, that makes it very difficult to see them in person. Or not difficult, expensive. Alright, so race number 2 coming up in 10 seconds. Hopefully we fare better. Less bumping. Holding position. The same thing keeps up. I may just have to switch to the Porsche. Oh, we're in a bigger lobby here. Or not a bigger, a higher tier lobby. A lot of A drivers. I started in second, maybe third last race. Now I'm all the way down in P10. That's a good sign, though. That means I'm getting closer to an A rank. They're putting me into A ranked lobbies. Which also means I would need to improve my qualifying time if I wanted to start further ahead on the grid here. But higher tiered lobbies means less bumper cars. So I'm all for it. Even if I do start in P10, let's see how many positions we can gain. Looks like mostly nothing but A-rank drivers ahead of me. Oh, we got one B driver right ahead of me in P9, but everything else from 8 to 1st is A-rank drivers. 911, 911, Mercedes. That's my McLaren. Huracan behind us. BMW, nice. It's the BRZ, the Subaru driver, still in the mix. It's like a Nissan GTR at the back of the pack. On through, bro. Everyone likes to fight, love fighting me for a position there in the first corner. I know I'm not taking it slow. Sideways. Felt like I got a pretty good exit on that corner. So lost a position but gained one back, so net gain 0. Somebody real wide there. Okay. It's coming through. That's okay. Still cleaner than the last race I had so far. Let me keep pushing you here. Catch up. Guys just wants to fight, not work together. Gained a position, but P8's right behind me, especially after that little waggle of my rear end there. See what they do here. I'll go defensive. Two people right behind me. Leaving the space. Push me off. We lose 2 positions here, unfortunately. Good racing. Good respect. He was a little early on the brakes right there. Might be a penalty. Oh no, man. Oh, that was such a good race. Bend it. Threw it in the trash. That was a bummer. Still more pressure behind me here. Oh, we had a penalty. Oh, that's kind of it's a downer. I was painting out to be a good race. I was up a couple positions. It was real tight racing. Just lost control. Oh my god, I almost did the same thing. I don't know if I'm close enough to pass Ricky here as he serves his half-second penalty. Ends on my exit here. Oh, I tried to push it. Might have ruined it. I think they got it. I got too greedy at the end. Could have gotten that extra position. That's okay. That was fun. That was a fun race. I just wish I wouldn't have bended there 2 laps ago. Between Dolce and Speed Racer there. That was good stuff. Deserves a GG. Dolce and Speed Racer. Alright, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to try one in the Porsche. I just got to be a little careful in the corners. What track am I doing? This one. I got about 3 or 4 laps to get used to the Porsche here. The 130, the record I have at the moment, which is a 132.303, I did set earlier with the Porsche before I started the stream. This kind of a track, this normally, it would be my go-to Group 3 GT3 car. It just seems like the McLaren has the better handling. Since maybe some sort of an update. Man, the brakes way too early there. remember I can rev the Porsche out more than I can the McLaren. Man, that's a wash there. Glad I'm putting a few laps in here to get used to this. Doesn't seem to have as much understeer, or oversteer I should say, as the McLaren. Gotta anticipate that a little more. Yeah, so I shouldn't go up to 6th gear here. I should just ride 5 all the way out to the first turn. Better, but it's better than my last go. Okay, 2 more laps here, it seems. Also ride 4th out all the way up this hill. Takes that corner way wider than the McLaren did. Probably looking at a 130, high 134, 135 there maybe. Still 133. Felt way slower than that. Decent lap. I'll take that with 1 more to go. Starting to feel the Porsche a little better here. It's a little 132.7. I started that lap off pretty much 3/10 behind, and I'm going to end about a 10th up. So in theory, that should be 4/10 up if I would have hit my first corner better. All right, 10 seconds. Let's go next race. See if I can do any better in the Porsche here. It's going to have better off the grid or rolling start launch, but I really don't see an advantage to the Porsche other than the start. But I've been losing 1 to 2 positions every race to the start, which puts me more in the midfield. So then I'm combating all those folks. All right, let's aim for a top 5 here. Starting off P3, would love to stay there or move forward, but trying to be realistic here. As much as I like this race, and I feel like I've had some pretty good races this week in this combination of GT3 and Interlagos, I've yet to get a win here this week, though. I'd like to end the week with at least 1 win. It'd be nice. All right, here we go. Right here, bro. As much as I complain about people fighting for turn 1 position, that guy just seemed like he was going way too slow. Maybe that's the power of the Porsche. Maybe that's what everyone else is thinking when I'm in the McLaren. How the turntables have turned. Meanwhile, P1's just gliding away from everyone. So we're all fighting for position back here. botched that corner. Come on, man, let's just work together. Give me the bump draft. I would have did it to you. Well, let's just keep fighting for third position here. That's alright. Go right ahead. People need to learn how to work together better in this game. This guy in first is just, he's coasting away from us. Granted, yes, I made a mistake, but if that dude would have given me the bump draft, he would stay behind me and stay within my slipstream. And if we worked together for a couple laps, we would have a chance to fight for P1 here, but at this point, it's just giving it to P1. Alright, I'm 2.3 seconds behind this guy with 3 laps to go. Let's see if I can put a dent in that. Just pulling away. He's a better driver than me. Purple, putting in the best lap. I did cut a little bit off there. Either he had a sloppy second half of that lap, or I was just nailing it. Fastest lap. Let's go. I was too early on the gas there. Son of a bitch. Oh, man, I'm making some silly mistakes tonight. I even knew it. As soon as I came around the corner, I knew it. Come on. Let's go, reverse. Why are we just revving out? What a wash. 1.5 laps to go and I've been in again. Quality stuff. Top tier racing. Dirty tires have got me all over the place now. Grr. So frustrated at myself right now. was actually catching P1 too. It seemed like I don't think I was gonna catch him unless he made a couple of errors. But in those 2 laps, I shaved about a second off of his time. I can't believe I did that. I would have been a P2 easily. It's alright. Next race. Keep moving forward. That's why I was kind of leery about going with the Porsche. It just seems a little squirrely. You get on the gas a little too early. Very easy to spin out in this track with all the elevation changes. The car doesn't seem as well balanced as the McLaren does in this kind of a track. I got fastest lap. I ain't mad about that. Go for another. I wish I would have spent more time with the the Lamborghini this week. Alright, let's try to beat this qualifying time. Next 7 minutes. Man, it's hard to get that corner right. Whatever that was. Really got to know the finesse of this track to get it perfect. One of the reasons I like it, but also hate it. It's a challenging track to get just right. Especially this first corner, which I went way wide there. And I'm a whole gear off. What's going on there? Let's restart that. Alright. I think I only have time for one lap here. Complete lap. What? Okay. I'm just not going to get that right in this practice here. Yeah, that's one lap to go, folks. I'm driving it like the McLaren, that's my problem. Nose it. That was better. I just got to remember what car I'm in. Fun times. Well, no improvement on my qualifying lap. Best I did in those 7 minutes looked like a 132.993, basically a 133, which puts me 0.7 off my best. I'll just casually roll down this hill for the next 7 seconds until this race starts. Okay. No mistakes. Back up into the A lobbies. Did I see a C driver in here? An AC? That's scary. AA. I don't remember the last time I was a C sportsmanship rating. But they're a driver rank ahead of me, so I shouldn't be judging. All right, P8. Let's see if we can move up a couple positions here and have have a lot less mistakes than we did the last couple races. Easily would have been a P2 last race. Still kind of salty about it, but I'm not going to let it affect this race. I've definitely put more miles on the Porsche. 4,276 miles on this car compared, I think I'm just under 2,000 on the McLaren. So like I said earlier, this is normally my go-to car for this kind of race. It's just the elevation changes and how squirrely this car is on the rear end. Doesn't seem to handle this track as well as the McLaren does, but it does have better acceleration, it seems. Alright, gentlemen in front of us, let's hit our braking points correctly. Not like that. It's one position. I don't know why. I felt like that was really wide there. Lost it there. Pushed wide there a little bit, but it's alright, I'll take it. Double overtake. Almost. I feel like I'm making clean moves here, but I just keep getting nudged right back out of the way. We need to get past these two. We're battling it out here, and we're just losing out to all the other positions ahead of us. I mean, I appreciate it. It's a good fight. It's definitely allowed the car that was nearly 2 seconds behind me at the beginning of this lap to catch up, though, which is unfortunate. Dude came to basically a complete stop there. Killing me. I'm not going to get one good race in tonight, it appears. Due to either my own mistakes or running into other people. Laps to go. Was in 8th place. I think it was 8th place. Maybe 9th. Left to go. I'm gonna go for the move. No, he's going defensive. He's gonna go for the move there, but they took the inside corner. Which was smart. Good on them. Whoa, dude. Brake a little earlier. braking late. Well, I gained a couple positions right there back at the end. I'll take a top 10. I feel like I got a little too aggressive there, but people have been doing it to me all night. No penalties incurred. I swear it's still a ding to your driver rating or your sportsmanship rating that whenever you make contact, regardless of whether there's a penalty or not. So I try to be super clean and just not touch people, period. But at this point, I'd rather get my driving rating up than my sportsmanship rating. And in this kind of a lobby, I think the only way to do that was going top 10. I'll throw a GG out. If someone's mad, so be it. Felt like they were all clean enough. I think I'm gonna go back to the McLaren for the next race, see how it fares. Man, I'm just burping left and right here, so I apologize if any of that's coming through on the mic. Shout out to my buddy Mark. Just put together a new gaming PC. I don't know if that's going to come through or not in the picture there, but it looks real pretty. He helped me put together my computer, actually. Which I just used today to update my Fanatec wheel and base. Alright, back to the McLaren. Let's get used to this. A couple laps. Yeah, if I were to really try to put it into words, the difference at this track anyways, between the Porsche and the McLaren, coming just from the Porsche, it's like someone turned the grip up 30%, but turned the acceleration down 30%. So it's like I'm sacrificing some acceleration for the grip. There's so many windy turns here. As long as I can not fight for position on the first corner from the rolling start, I should be able to carry my speed through the rest of the track. That seems to be my struggle. I would much rather do the race as a whole in the McLaren on this particular track. Yeah, I'm able to come out of that corner almost flat, where I would have spun out right there with the Porsche. I can almost take that flat out too, where I really have to let off a lot with the Porsche. But then coming out of like that last corner and then this long, curvy, basically straight, if you will, where you're flat out, maybe I'm losing too much top end because of the acceleration loss. Up the grass there. Happened to be in the race. Still probably not anywhere near my best, but it just felt real clean. Might be a 132-ish. Yeah. Almost 4/10 off my best. Still pretty good though. I'll take it. Not enough time for another lap here, so I'll just goof around with my limits here and see what I can push this car to. That's what I typically like to do when I know this isn't going to count for anything. It's like, what's the latest I can break here, you know, and still make it a viable corner. And then spin out like that. And the wheel goes nuts instead of the crowd. Look at that though, I'm negative 31 seconds on my best lap somehow. What wall did I just hit? All right, back into the top 5. Just a little more sporadic between the B's and the A's, it looks like. I can't tell because of my camera placement where the top person is. And spit all over my phone. A fair bit of people from the last race in this one, which tends to be the case when you do back to back to back. This might be my second to last race. I started streaming at 6. It's about 7:30, which means my last race would probably end at 8-ish, which seems to be the norm for the streams I've been doing, about 2 hours. Seems like a fair bit of time. Meanwhile, you got some of those folks that are doing this full time and making their living off of it, doing it 6 to 8 hours a day or more. I didn't even pay attention to what was behind me. It's a Porsche, which means they're going to be pushing on me on the first corner here. Coming up on me real fast. Don't fight me, bro. Don't fight me. Okay, I survived. Thought I did. Where the hell did that dude come from? And I'm gonna get a penalty. Pushed off track. Stewards, I need a review. Should have stuck with the Porsche. That race is over. Frustration. Maximum frustration. 12 minutes for that? I'm gonna do this. You know what? I haven't done it at all. It's 7 minutes. It's Monza in some 1950 Formula One car. Probably gonna murder it. Zero experience in this car. Way late on my braking there. This doesn't even brake like a GT3 car. Did the exact same thing. Oh, I said 50 something. It's 65. 1965 Honda. Probably like 75 braking there, down 2 gears. Seems alright. Could have been better. Need to brake here at like the 250 mark. Yeah, I should have just stuck with the Porsche in that Group B race. It's all about that first couple corners, though, in the McLaren. If I can just get past people there, or not get past, but hold my own there, that car does so well in the infield that it makes up for that lack of acceleration. Through the barriers, giving 0 Fs. Upshifting the second gear out of that corner. It's probably best leaving it first. Keep missing my gear shift there. No idea where did that penalty come from? I have no idea what a good qualifying lap is here. I didn't even look. I've never flipped a car in GT7 before, and that tiny little sausage that you see right in front of me flipped this car upside down. That's bonkers. It wasn't that exact one, but it was one of them behind me. That's crazy. What are the tire options for this even? Just hard. I can't see the time behind my screen there, but I'm guessing 155s are the top of the list there, which must be like 3 seconds off of pace or qualifying time. Well, this ought to be a hoop. Hopefully by the time this ends, which is 5 laps, I might be able to jump over to one more B race. Daily race B. I'll switch back to the Porsche. This is a grid start. Should have my traction control up. I did alright. Pandemonium. Bumper cars, faux show. 4 wide. Find your line, bro. What are you doing cutting right in front of me like that? Why would you do that? Excuse me, sir. Can I have a little room here? Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce out of that and go back to what I normally was doing. That was fun while it lasted. There's no penalty for quitting that one. No. Porsche. I can't believe that dude just swung over right before the corner. Like, what kind of shenanigans was that? That actually was not bad, though. Wish I would have did more of that this week. But, at the same time, that also makes me anticipate next week, which is tomorrow. Next week's Group C race, which is in Gran Turismo's equivalent of F1 cars. Should be fun. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see how the weather plays an impact on that race. The last daily C race, it didn't really seem to bother much at all. It like sprinkled to the point where nobody needed to ever change their tires. But if they do it right, and it like legit pours some rain for a couple laps, people will be forced to jump over to the appropriate tire, which will require 3 pit stops. What the hell's going on here? Something this game needs more of is more dynamic weather, more day-night shifting. They implemented these cool features into Gran Turismo 7 but they rarely take advantage of them. Like week 1 when this game launched, it was a beautiful Daytona 500 GT3 race. It was fireworks at the end. Like lap 9 was sunset. Lap 10 it was pitch dark. The lights came on over Daytona. We were crossing the finish line with fireworks. It was gorgeous. They don't really do that much. I don't understand why, and that's been a big complaint from a lot of people that carry a lot of opinion with this game, i.e., big YouTubers, Key and Arius, Super GT. Why the hell are they not taking advantage of these features that they've put into the game that everyone wants and demands? This game's been out nearly a year at this point. There's no reason these things shouldn't be taken advantage of. So I'm glad to see that at least, what is this, the 3rd online daily, weekly race that they do that will have weather involved. But that's three weeks out of almost a year this game's been out. I think that was a big selling point for the game. Dynamic weather and day-night shifts, and some races will be dark and you can replicate 24-hour races, and they're not taking advantage of these things, so the game's community has felt this has been kind of stale. And that's something to really spice it up. Suzuka, the track the F1 race is on next week, Suzuka is one of my least favorite tracks, honestly. But I'm looking forward to the race just for the sheer fact of the strategy involved, the number of pit stops that might be involved. I have no idea what's going on with my practicing here, but it's not a good sign for what's about to come. Let's try one more time. I don't have enough time for a lap, but I need to get it under control here. Focus. Stop complaining about the state of the game. There's so much more this game could be. Just leave it at that. My nose itch so bad. Alright, this might be my last race. We'll see how it goes and how I feel. Starts off bad, could be another rage quit. I'm going to try to avoid that though and quit being the pessimist. Got to keep finishing my races. Even if I finish last, it's less of a ding on my driver rating than quitting. Quitting is like one of the worst things against my driver rating, which I'm sure has been a big struggle with me getting back into the A ranks. But road rage, it is a thing. So, regardless of what happens, I'm going to stick this one out. It turns into bumper cars, first or second lap or whatever. If I get spun out in the last lap even, I've got to finish this race. Got to keep focusing on that driver rating and get back into the A's so that I have nothing else to complain about but my own skill. So let's do it. Starting off P5. If I can hold this or better, I'll be happy. apologies to that guy. I had nowhere else to go. Out of the slipstream of the top three here, which is not good. These guys might all just pull away unless they start fighting. Oh, take it. Barely kept it together those last few corners. Oh my God. Turned into a pinball there for a second. But I am in the lead. Not for long. The corner did not help matters at all. Catching up fast. Ugh, penalty. My own fault. The pressure of being in P1. Hold the racing line here. Probably gonna get past, but it's fine. P3's on me. Good racing so far. Good contact there. Fight me, bro. Work with me. Let's catch P1. out of the slipstream of P1. 2 laps to go. Nailed the S's there, and I early shifted there. That sucked. Unless P1 makes a massive mistake, they've got this, but I'll happily walk away with a P2 on my last race. I don't make any mistakes. Took that real well. P2 it is. I caught up a little bit there on the last lap, but I'll take it. Best result of the night. Finish on a high note. I ain't mad. Podium. Moved up 1 position. Nearly a perfect 2-hour stream. Couple of silly mistakes on my own behalf there, but otherwise I'll count that night as a success. Still bit off of the A driver ranking, and I'm sure that has to do with my rage quits from earlier prior to the stream. I did rage quit once during the stream. Apologies for that. But next week's new races, hopefully it all turns out better. Oh, I moved up 3 positions. I started in 5th. Solid. I'll take that. What's that, 240 miles for the day? Just throw a GG out there. And we'll save the replay. And I'm going to call it there. So, once again, thanks to anybody that popped in and watched or watches later. I do appreciate that. I definitely hope to get at least 2 or 3 streams in this week, because I'm very much looking forward to the Super Formula, aka F1 races that we have in store for us this week. kind of mix and matching two different games that I thoroughly enjoy, F1 22 and Gran Turismo. So yeah, I look forward to those. And once again, big appreciation to all that watched and will watch in the future. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.